Out of these 23 national champions, the jury of 100, guided by Johan Rockstrom, and again in complete independence, selected 3 international winners who will now get each 1 million Swiss francs to accelerate and scale up their research. And as there are no strings attached to this money, it's not a blanco check, you have to use it for science, but that's about it. You do with it, the winners can do with it what they want on condition that it advances their science. So we hope it allows them to take risks. And yesterday we heard how past international champions are making a very, very intelligent use of that money. So we hope to repeat this again this time. So I'm very pleased to hand over to Johan again to share the verdict of the jury for the 3 international champions of 2023 edition given in 2024.
Yeah. Thanks, Jean-Claude. And I can tell you that this is a very special moment for us as in totality as a jury. It was really challenging. You can imagine when you get hundreds of papers. We've been organizing ourselves with peer review teams, 100 academics doing a deep dive on reviewing, scanning, having a number of meetings. We're having voting, really serious assessments, and coming finally to a full unanimous decision with all members of the jury. So this is a significant moment of us being able to announce the 3 international winners. And I'm pleased to share with you that the first international champion is from the United States. And the University of Notre Dame, Professor Jason Rohr, and his research on planetary health, innovation for disease, food and water challenges. Jason, congratulations. Yes. Hello there. And Jason Rohr is accompanied by co-author Alexandra Seck. Wonderful to have you here. So Jason and Alexandra in this work worked across 4 planetary boundaries. So addressing science on biosphere integrity, freshwater use, land system changes, and biogeochemical flows, and showed remarkable innovative research that supports a number of sustainable development goals that addresses food, energy and water access, poverty alleviations, and health, infectious disease control in marginalized communities in Africa. What makes this research so particular in our assessment from the jury is that it's a unique project that shows strong collaboration between the US and Senegal. So congratulations, Jason and Alexandra. Just first to you, Jason, with kind of the PI for this. What does this prize mean for the future of your research?
Well, it's truly life-changing, and I sincerely hope that it's also life-changing for the marginalized communities that we work with in Senegal. Finally, I would just like to thank the wonderful team of co-authors for our award-winning paper. Thank you.
Thanks. And Alexandra, as the lead author of this work, how do you see this helping you in the next step in your scientific career, if that is your ambition to move forward? But share a bit, what's the next step?
So I am former postdoc and have continued to work based off the work, and what drew me first to this lab was this project because of how it worked with communities and integrated the health with the economic and the water access. And so from there I've continued actually to work, and now in kind of the NGO space, continuing to work in parts of sub-Saharan Africa on these issues with health and water access.
Fantastic. Thanks. So good luck with your continued work.
We'll get the prize.
Excellent. All right. So now, 2 prizes left, and I'm pleased to share with you our second international champion, which is Germany. And the Senckenberg Society for Nature Research, Professor Peter Haase, joined by co-author Ellen Welty. Congratulations. Congratulations. On the work on recovery of the European freshwater biodiversity having come to a halt. The second international champion in the jury assessment works across 5 planetary boundaries and the interactions between them on biosphere integrity, novel entities, chemicals, climate change, freshwater use, and land system change. The winning piece of work is really at the cutting edge, identified how, where, and why biodiversity is changing over time and have pinpointed the stressors, including climate change and emerging pollutants that are now stalling biodiversity recovery, highlighting how appropriate action can improve degraded ecosystems and that an integrated approach is required. Congratulations, Peter and Ellen. So Peter, now you've done this piece of work, and I would even argue now that the nature restoration law is adopted also in Europe. This has such close science policy interface. Tell us a bit of how will the impact, or have you already experienced some impact of the science?
Yeah, I mean, as you have just mentioned, this new nature restoration law in Europe has been enacted, and this will make a true difference. But please let me say most of all, very many thanks to all my co-authors, and specifically to Ellen Welty, who really contributed a lot. Without all these co-authors, without Ellen, I would not stand here today. Many thanks.
Yeah, thanks. Well, Ellen, I mean, I think many of us in the jury would love to spend an hour with you just to get to understand how you were able to do this very complex puzzle with all the data. But tell us instead, how does this prize impact your next steps in your work?
Yeah, thank you so much. And yeah, I agree with Peter. It was a big collaborative effort and a huge help to all we had 96 co-authors on the paper, and they all contributed data. So it was great to be part of that big collaboration. And I also am continuing to work on big changes in biodiversity, using insects as a model system to understand their global change and other drivers affecting biodiversity.
Yeah, no, congratulations. So, the grand finale, our third and final international champion, coming from Argentina. And as you know, this is the Instituto Multidisciplinario de Biología, Vegetal. Dr. Pedro Jaureguiberry, congratulations. For the research, the direct drivers of recent global anthropogenic biodiversity loss. And this champion paper focuses on biosphere integrity and links actually across all the planetary boundaries. It's really an integrated biodiversity analysis for the pathways back to a safe space. It's a team encompassing a collaboration with 15 institutions from 7 countries, highlighting a novel study, a completely really breakthrough study of the most important human-induced drivers behind biodiversity loss and their interrelations across planetary boundaries and the pathways forward. So this is probably a paper that basically sets a methodology for how to move forward to save biodiversity across the continent and beyond. Congratulations, Pedro. So Pedro's come a long way from Argentina to represent the winning team for this winning piece. And please share with us, what does this prize mean for your team, your research, and what's your thinking of the next steps?
Well, first of all, it's a great honor to receiving this recognition. And second, what it means is a huge opportunity for us to continue in developing high-impact science to address the many environmental challenges that we're facing today.
Thanks. We have much to learn from all the winners. Thank you very much. Congratulations, Pedro.